It's a quiet fear that lives in the heart of every pet owner. A shadow of a thought we push away, but one that lingers. What if they got out? What if they couldn't find their way back? Every year, this quiet fear becomes a devastating reality for millions of families. The American Humane Association estimates that over 10 million dogs and cats are lost or stolen in the US every single year. 10 million. It's a number so large it's hard to comprehend. That's one pet every 2 seconds. Think about that. In the time it takes to call their name, another pet has vanished. They disappear from loving homes, from secure yards, from the very places they should be safest. The stories are as varied as the pets themselves, and they almost always begin with a simple, ordinary moment. A moment of distraction. It could be a delivery driver at the door, the kids running in and out, and for just a second, the front door doesn't latch. Or it's a simple oversight. Some escape through an open gate, left unlatched for just a moment. A curious nose follows a scent. A playful spirit decides to explore, and suddenly, the familiar world of their yard is gone, replaced by a confusing maze of streets and sounds. They don't mean to run away. They're just following an instinct, unaware of the invisible line they've just crossed. Some panic during fireworks. The deafening booms and brilliant flashes of light that we see as celebration, they experience as a terrifying, world-ending assault on their senses. The same goes for thunderstorms or even loud construction down the street. Their instinct isn't to find comfort, it's to flee, to run from the noise, to find a place, any place, that is quiet and safe. In their terror, they can run for miles, becoming hopelessly disoriented. Some jump from cars after accidents. In the chaos and confusion of a collision, a door springs open. The pet, scared and possibly injured, bolts from the vehicle and disappears into the surrounding area before anyone can even react. The owner, already dealing with the shock of the accident, is now faced with the horror of their beloved companion vanishing into unknown territory. Some squeeze through tiny holes beneath fences. They are masters of escape, driven by curiosity or boredom. A small gap that a human would never notice becomes a doorway to an adventure or a path to peril. They dig, they squeeze, they wiggle their way to freedom, not knowing that freedom is a dangerous place without their family. And then there's the scenario no one wants to imagine. Some are stolen. It's a heartbreaking violation. A friendly dog taken from a front yard, a valuable breed snatched from a car, or a cat simply scooped up off the street. The motives are varied and cruel, but the result is the same. A beloved member of the family is gone, and the search feels hopeless. For so many of these lost souls, the journey ends in uncertainty. Many are never seen again. They vanish without a trace, leaving behind a void of unanswered questions and unending grief. Their owners search for weeks, for months, sometimes for years, plastering neighborhoods with posters, flooding social media with desperate pleas, and calling every shelter within a 100-mile radius. They never give up hope, but hope can be a heavy burden to carry. But here's the heartbreaking part. The part that turns a tragedy into an utterly preventable catastrophe. A significant number of these lost pets are found. They're picked up by kind strangers, they're brought to veterinary clinics, or they end up in the care of local animal shelters. They are safe, off the streets, and out of immediate danger. And yet, they still don't make it home. Thousands of these pets were healthy. They weren't strays who had lived a hard life on the streets. They were robust, with shiny coats and clear eyes, showing all the signs of a life filled with good nutrition and regular vet visits. They were loved. You could see it in the way they still trusted humans, in the way they leaned in for a gentle scratch behind the ears, even in a loud, scary shelter. They were someone's baby, someone's confidant, someone's best friend. They were well cared for. Their collars may have fallen off in their panicked journey, their tags lost in a thicket of bushes, but the love and care they received was evident. They were family members, waiting in a cage, while their family was somewhere else, desperately waiting for a call that would never come. And they could have gone home. Every single one of them. The shelter worker who found them, the vet who examined them. They had the tools to find their family. They had the scanner. They had the phone. But when they scanned the pet, there was nothing. No signal, no ID number, no link back to the person frantically searching for them. They could have gone home. If only they had one tiny microchip. One chip. A device no bigger than a grain of rice, implanted just under the skin. It's not a GPS tracker. It holds no personal data itself. It's just a number, a permanent, unlosable identification number that links your pet directly to you. One registration. That number is useless unless it's registered in a database with your contact information. This is the crucial step that connects the chip in your pet to the phone in your pocket. It's the bridge that allows a stranger in a shelter miles away to find you. One phone call. That's the final magical step. The call that starts with, "Hello, I think we have your dog," and ends with tears of relief and a reunion that wouldn't have been possible otherwise. That's all it takes to save a family from heartbreak. One tiny piece of technology, one simple online form, and one life-changing phone call. It's the difference between a story that ends in a crowded shelter and one that ends with a happy reunion in a warm, loving home. Today, we're going to demystify this simple, life-saving tool. We're going to walk you through everything you need to know to protect your furry family members. With the help of veterinarian Dr. Elie, we want to share one of the most important messages every pet owner needs to hear. We'll cover how microchips work, the critical importance of registration, and what to do right now to ensure your pet has this invisible lifeline. Because this isn't just about technology, it's about family. It's about doing everything in our power to keep them safe. Pay close attention, because this video could one day save your best friend's life. Many owners believe, "My dog would never run away. My cat never goes outside." Until one unexpected moment changes everything. A loud thunderstorm, a firework, a delivery driver leaves the gate open, children forget to latch the fence, a dog digs underneath, a leash slips, a collar breaks, a car accident leaves doors open. Within seconds, your pet is gone, and panic begins. Collars are important. ID tags are important, but collars fall off, tags break, harnesses slip, microchips stay with your pet for life. They cannot be lost. They cannot be removed accidentally. A microchip isn't GPS. It doesn't track your pet. Instead, it contains a unique identification number. When a veterinarian or shelter scans the chip, that number connects to your contact information. But here's something many owners don't realize. The chip only works if it's registered. Thousands of pets already have microchips, but owners never activated them. Or they moved, changed phone numbers, changed addresses, never updated their information. The shelter scans the pet, finds the chip, but no one answers. A microchip without updated information is almost as heartbreaking as having no chip at all. Take 5 minutes today. Verify your registration. Update your phone number. Update your address. It could make all the difference. Dogs escape every day by digging under fences, jumping over fences, running through open gates, slipping out of collars. Cats are masters of disappearing. Many indoor cats escape only once and become completely disoriented outside. Some hide silently for days. Others travel miles away. Every rescue organization has stories of pets found hundreds of miles from home. The question isn't, could this happen? It's, are you prepared if it does? Imagine someone finds your dog. They immediately take them to a veterinarian. The first thing staff does is scan for a microchip. If the chip is active, your phone rings, sometimes within minutes. Families are reunited the very same day. Without a chip, the search becomes much more difficult. The moment a pet goes missing, a clock starts ticking. For the owner, it's a heart-stopping wave of panic and dread. But for the pet, it's a sudden, terrifying plunge into a world that is loud, confusing, and full of unknown threats. Their familiar scents, the comforting routines, the safety of home, it all vanishes in an instant. They are alone, disoriented, and vulnerable. A lost pet faces a multitude of dangers, each one escalating the longer they remain separated from their family. Understanding these risks isn't about causing fear, it's about empowering us to act swiftly and effectively to bring them home safely. The most immediate and obvious danger is traffic. Our streets and highways are a constant river of fast-moving vehicles. A frightened pet, unaccustomed to navigating busy roads, can easily become overwhelmed. They may dart into traffic unexpectedly, trying to cross a road they don't understand, or freeze in panic in the path of an oncoming car. The tragic reality is that vehicle collisions are one of the leading causes of injury and death for lost pets, especially in urban and suburban areas. Their instincts are no match for the speed and unpredictability of modern transportation. Beyond the roads, the environment itself becomes an adversary. Extreme temperatures, both hot and cold, pose a severe threat. On a hot day, asphalt can become scorching hot, burning a pet's sensitive paw pads within minutes. With no access to shade or cool water, heat stroke can set in with alarming speed, leading to organ failure and death. Conversely, in colder climates, a lost pet is exposed to the risks of hypothermia and frostbite. Without shelter from wind, rain, or snow, their bodies can lose heat rapidly, especially for smaller, short-haired, or elderly animals. Closely linked to temperature is the critical need for water. Dehydration is a silent killer. A pet can survive for some time without food, but without water, their health deteriorates quickly. Within just a day or two, severe dehydration can lead to kidney failure and other life-threatening complications. A lost pet doesn't know where to find safe drinking water. In their desperation, they might drink from contaminated sources like puddles containing antifreeze, pesticides, or harmful bacteria, which introduces a whole new set of dangers. Hunger soon follows. While their survival instincts will drive them to search for food, the urban and suburban landscape offers few safe options. They may scavenge from garbage cans, ingesting spoiled food, sharp objects, or toxic substances. This can lead to severe gastrointestinal distress, blockages, or poisoning. The constant gnawing hunger weakens them, making them more susceptible to other dangers and less able to travel or defend themselves. This combination of stress, exposure, and poor nutrition creates a perfect storm for illness. A weakened immune system cannot fight off infections. A simple cut can become severely infected. Exposure to other unvaccinated animals or wildlife can transmit diseases like parvovirus, distemper, or rabies. Parasites such as fleas, ticks, and worms are an almost certainty, further draining their strength and potentially transmitting diseases. Physical injuries are also a constant risk. Beyond traffic accidents, a lost pet can suffer falls, get caught in fences, or sustain wounds from fights with other animals. Domesticated pets are often ill-equipped to handle encounters with territorial stray animals or wildlife, which can view them as a threat or prey. An injury that would be easily treatable at home, like a sprain or a cut, can become debilitating or fatal without medical care. Not all dangers come from the environment. Some arise from human interaction. Many lost pets are taken in by well-meaning people who want to help. This is often a life-saving intervention. However, if the pet has no identification, the rescuer's best efforts can hit a dead end. They may not know who to call or where to look. They might post on a local social media group that you don't see, or take the pet to a shelter in a neighboring county that you don't think to check. The pet is safe, but still lost to you. And then there is a darker, more sinister risk. While it is not the most common outcome, pet theft is a heartbreaking reality. Some animals, especially purebreds, may be stolen to be resold. Others can be taken for even more disturbing purposes. We must include a brief note of viewer discretion here. Some stolen animals have been exploited or used as bait in illegal activities like organized dogfighting. This is a horrific fate, and while it's a rare occurrence for the average lost pet, the risk is not zero. Every hour a pet remains unidentified on the streets, the uncertainty and the spectrum of potential dangers they face continues to grow. But in the face of all these dangers, there is a powerful tool of hope, a simple, permanent solution that cuts through the uncertainty. A registered microchip acts as an unbreakable link between a lost pet and its owner. It can't fall off like a collar or become unreadable like a tag. When a finder takes that pet to a shelter or a vet clinic, a quick, painless scan reveals a unique ID number. That number is the key that unlocks your contact information, bridging the gap between lost and found. A simple microchip dramatically improves the chance that a found pet is identified and returned to its family as quickly as possible, often before the worst of these dangers can become a reality. Microchipping usually costs less than many routine pet supplies. Yet, it provides lifelong identification. Many owners spend thousands on food, beds, toys, training, but postpone the one thing that could bring their pet home. Don't wait until tomorrow. Do it today. At Dr. Elie Pet Rescue, we've seen the joy of families reunited because of a microchip, and we've witnessed the heartbreak when a beloved pet couldn't be identified. One tiny chip can mean the difference between a joyful reunion and a family searching forever. We've journeyed together through the science, the stories, and the simple steps that form a powerful shield for our beloved animal companions. We've seen the statistics, heard the heart-wrenching tales of loss, and, most importantly, witnessed the profound joy of reunion. Now, as we draw to a close, the path forward splits into two simple, yet profoundly important actions. It all comes down to a single choice you can make right now, a choice that echoes with love and responsibility. So, let's take a moment, breathe, and consider where you stand on this path. If your dog or cat, your cherished friend who greets you at the door and curls up at your feet, isn't microchipped, if they are one of the millions of pets without this invisible lifeline, then your first step is clear, and it's easier than you might think. Please make an appointment. It's a simple phone call, a few taps on a screen. It's a conversation with your veterinarian, a quick and virtually painless procedure that takes less time than a routine checkup. Think of it not as a medical procedure, but as an act of profound love. It's a promise you make to your pet, a silent vow that you will do everything in your power to ensure they are never truly lost. Never just a number in a shelter, but a cherished individual with a name, a home, and a family waiting for them. The cost is minimal, often less than a single bag of premium pet food. Yet its value is immeasurable. It's an investment in peace of mind, a safeguard against the unimaginable. Don't let another day go by where chance and circumstance hold the upper hand. Take control. Make that call today. And for those of you who have already taken this vital step, for those whose pets already have a chip implanted safely beneath their skin, your responsibility doesn't end there. The chip itself is only half of the solution. It's a locked door without a key if the information it leads to is incorrect. A disconnected phone number, an old address from 2 moves ago. These are digital dead ends. They can turn a story of hope into one of heartbreak. So, if they already have a chip, your task is just as crucial, and it is wonderfully brief. Take 5 minutes today to verify that your registration and contact information are up to date. Right now, pull out your phone or open your laptop. Go to the registry website. If you don't remember which one it is, a quick search on a universal pet microchip lookup site will point you in the right direction. Log in and look. Is that your current phone number? Is your email address correct? Have you added a secondary contact like a trusted friend or family member, just in case you're unreachable? These 5 minutes of digital housekeeping are not a chore. They are an active, powerful expression of your commitment. It may be the most important 5 minutes you ever spend for your pet. In that short span of time, you are reinforcing the bridge that connects them back to you. You are ensuring that if the unthinkable happens, a gate left ajar, a startling noise on a walk, a moment of confusion in a new place, that the first person who finds them can become their hero, and by extension, your hero. You are transforming a piece of technology from a passive implant into an active beacon of hope. 5 minutes to prevent a lifetime of what-ifs. 5 minutes to secure a future of shared moments, purrs, and wagging tails. Because every lost animal deserves the chance to come home. Every single one. The scared dog hiding under a porch, the disoriented cat who wandered too far from the familiar scent of home. They are not just strays. They are someone's everything. They have a favorite spot on the couch, a particular toy they love, a person whose absence leaves an unfillable void. They deserve more than to become a statistic. They deserve the simple, miraculous chance to be scanned, identified, and returned to the arms that miss them. This technology gives them that voice when they are voiceless. It speaks for them, saying, "I am loved, I have a home, please help me get back." And every family deserves hope. In the frantic, terrifying hours after a pet goes missing, hope is the only currency that matters. It's the fuel for late-night searches, the reason for one more phone call to a shelter, the strength to put up another poster. A microchip is hope, codified. It's the knowledge that even when your pet is out of sight, they are not entirely out of reach. It's a tangible reason to believe in a positive outcome, to fight against the despair that can so easily creep in. Every family deserves that lifeline, that flicker of light in the darkness, that concrete reason to believe their story doesn't have to end in tragedy. And every pet deserves to be identified. It is a fundamental right for a domestic animal living in our world. A collar and tags are the first line of defense, absolutely essential, but they can break, fall off, or be removed. A microchip is permanent. It is their unique, unalterable identity. It's a testament to their place in our world and in our families. To be identifiable is to be seen, to be counted, to matter. It separates them from the anonymous and elevates them to their rightful status as a cherished individual. We owe them this basic dignity. If this message, this collection of facts, stories, and pleas, reaches just one family before their pet goes missing, if one person watching right now decides to book that appointment they've been putting off, or takes those 5 minutes to update their details, then the entire purpose of this film has been fulfilled. Because preventing one story of loss is an infinite victory. It could save a life, and that is not an exaggeration. A lost pet on the streets faces traffic, predators, and starvation. A pet in a crowded shelter, unidentified and unclaimed, is on borrowed time. A microchip is more than a convenience. It is a life-saving tool. It is the fastest, most reliable way to reunite a lost pet with their owner. And in the world of animal welfare, speed is everything. It's the difference between a joyful reunion and a tragic outcome. You hold that power in your hands. That is why we ask you to please share this video with every pet owner you know. Think of your friends, your family, your co-workers, your neighbors. Think of the person you see at the dog park every morning. This isn't just another video. It's a toolkit for prevention, a vessel of hope, and a catalyst for action. Your share could be the one that reaches that person who needs this reminder most. You can be the start of a chain reaction of responsibility and love that protects countless animals in your community. Together, we can create a world where a lost pet is a temporary problem, not a permanent tragedy. We can build a community of informed, prepared, and proactive owners. We can lighten the immense burden on our local shelters and rescue organizations, allowing them to focus their resources on animals who have never known a loving home. Together, we can help more dogs and cats find their way back to the families who are desperately waiting for them. It starts with one chip, one registration update, and one share. It starts with you. Thank you for watching, and thank you for caring.